So I'm not sure if this is what you all had in mind exactly, but I'm gonna go through a bunch of fun ways that we can take care of our bodies. And sometimes we think we need like a special gym membership, or we need like a lot of equipment, or we need to have some special certifications, or we need some sort of special pass to be like, oh, you know how to do this stuff for yourself. But all of these exercises are just with you and your body in a little bit of space, and just ways that you can just care for yourself using just your hands and your mind and your body. So I'm excited because I don't get to do this for myself very often. So if we get to do anything, it's just going to be walking away from this, hopefully feeling good. So does that sound good? Cool. All right, well, I'm going to spare y'all from my feet. I put socks on. But feel free to get yourself some space, take your shoes off, get whatever you need going, get yourself a little bit of room to stand up and to move around. And there's a lot of ways that we can talk about meditation or strengthening or stretching or a lot of that stuff. And we can talk about that, and I'm no expert. I'm just a person on the planet, trying to figure out how to be on the planet. So this is just a great opportunity to connect as earthlings and address the challenges of being in a human body and being in a three-dimensional world that's always got gravity working on us. So we're gonna just have some ways to be alive on planet Earth. And again, I'm no expert, but y'all ready? Okay. All right, let's start by just rubbing our hands together really fast. And if you want to get down a little bit and squeeze your hands together a little bit harder, you'll notice some heat start to build. And this is connecting your left and right sides, and you can kind of pay attention to the other angles, front and back, up and down. And start to go a little faster, harder. And then when you really think you can't go anymore, then go a little bit more. And then bring your hands out to the side and just breathe in your nose and out your mouth. Nose and out your mouth. Try to really stretch your body open. And if you're doing this later and you're sitting down in a wheelchair or in a chair, or for whatever reason these movements aren't available to you, you can do them in your mind. They work almost as well. And try to let your shoulders relax. And when you start to feel some tingling in your hands, then bring your hands together, but not touching, and make an energy ball. And start to breathe it bigger. And then as you exhale, you might feel it get more intense. And just breathe in and open up your hands. And breathe out. And find your own energy ball and start to feel whatever you feel, turn up your feelings. Increase the sensation. So we're going to do this a few times, right? So let's just start with this basic idea of creating something good by rubbing your hands together, some positive energy, and then just put that somewhere where you need it, right? So you might need it on your shoulder. Just put the energy where you need it. And then just think about where you might have some pain in your body or some tension, and just rub your hands together again get some heat, some really heat friction going, and then take that heat and put it somewhere where you need it. And so you might rub your hand together, get some heat, and put it on your knee. And you might rub your hands together and might put it on your face or your sinuses. You can kind of just create energy balls all day and just put them where your body needs it. And just if you don't believe in energy work or any of that, hey Tamika, welcome. Oh, she's not in yet. And then just find a spot. Hi Tamika, can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you.
What do you do to feel good? Anything you do?
Oh man. Well, I'm a yogi. I teach yoga. I love yoga. I take slow breaths. That's my thing. That's my go-to.
We're gonna work our way up to that.
Okay.
Welcome. Thanks for joining. Feel free to jump in. So right now we're just making some energy ball and putting it somewhere where it feels good, where we need it. And this is something that we can do anytime, anywhere. It's really good in the cold. You can exhale into your hands. That's another way to add to it, is you can actually breathe warm air into your hands. And then put that heat somewhere where your body needs it. So you can also do this through your body, right? So you might find that your internal organs or your kidneys or your stomach, so you can actually imagine that the energy ball can go through your body. So you might find a place where you're actually imagining that you can create this energy ball, and then you can bring that healing energy not just to the outsides of your body, not just to the skin or to the muscles or the areas that you can feel, but you can also go into your body, through your body even, into the bones, into the organs. So just a couple more times, rub your hands together and put that energy somewhere where you need it. Anywhere is clever. Like you kind of cook up some good vibes and then put them where you need it. Yeah, exactly. Like Reiki. I'm no expert, but I do healing touch and martial arts, and so we're gonna gather techniques from all of these various traditions. And if you want to ask me, we can talk about later where I'm getting this information from, and I can share more. But again, we're just here on the planet, and we have to learn how to deal with gravity and everything that we're here dealing with. So this is all just tools that we can use anytime, anywhere. So let's start to do the next one, which I like to call brush your shoulders off. So you stirred up some stuff. So just start to clean off any energy that doesn't serve you. And I like to imagine that I have very long rainbow fingernails, and I'm kind of just cleaning out my body. So you can imagine that your nails are made of light, and they go through your body, and you can kind of go down your leg all the way to the ground, and you can do more kind of like formal movements that are almost like a sun salutation or a qigong grounding and centering movements. You can go up, you can go down, but I'm trying to keep it very personal and not prescribed, so that whatever you feel, if you just want to clean out one arm, or you want to work through your lungs or your legs, you can activate your human right, your own right that you're born with, to be able to work with your own energy this way, to clean out your energy field and your body. So then we're going to go through a little bit more physical, but you can start to pick it up a little bit, brush off a little bit more aggressively. You know, be real cool, brush your shoulders off. Hey, you got a little friend there? We got lots of little friends around, somewhere around. Mr. Hannah's got his students up in Philly coming to visit us. Hey. All right, so to review real quick, all right, rub your hands together real fast. And then you get some energy. Let's all connect from across the planet, wherever we are. You can almost touch hands through the Zoom room. Hey, Adam, I'm next to you. And then you can make your own energy ball. And you can put that anywhere you want. You can swallow it. You can put it in your body. You can put it on your knee. It's delicious energy. And then we can also extend our fingers and imagine that we're cleaning ourselves out and brushing it off. And we'll come back to that. And all of these skills are cumulative, so we're putting them together. So now I have my energy ball, I got my long fingernails made of light that I'm cleaning myself out with. Now start to really squeeze yourself. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with giving yourself a little massage. And if there's some certain pressure points that you feel, if you feel some tension there, you can do a couple of different things. You can squeeze hard and breathe. In the nose, out the mouth, to relax yourself, release the tension. Or you can kind of rub in a circular motion or figure 8. You can also hold that point and then move underneath of it. So rather than moving my hand to massage my shoulder, I'm holding my hand there and I'm moving my shoulder. And so you can try different ways of working with your tension and try to find some relaxation through your breathing. So really just give yourself a once over. You can do things like this to squeeze your hand and push into your hand. You can find different points that you may have heard about from acupressure or acupuncture, like this one here, inside between your thumb and your index finger. You can find spots that are extra helpful. And if you study the healing traditions, then you'll know that the hand has the entire body within it, and the foot has the entire body within it. And the ear looks like a little baby and it has the entire body within it. So you can squeeze your ears and it'll actually help your energy and your health and vitality all over your body, not just in your ear. You can squeeze your hands and you might feel the effects elsewhere in your body, like in your shoulders or your neck or your feet. And just keep breathing and being good to yourself. That's what this time is for. Have a good time and just walk away feeling a little bit better. You can squeeze the legs. You can even get into your feet and really just give yourself some love. sometimes we're a little bit nervous to go into places like our abdomen, but there's entire traditions of abdominal massage. So you can kind of get your back and your front if that's available to you and squeeze and just breathe. If you feel something that hurts, then don't go too hard, just breathe. Don't push yourself too hard. So the next one is pretty fun, and it just involves tapping yourself. So there's lots of traditions of tapping. You can tap on your face very gently with your fingers. And then you can even slap everywhere around your body. With the inside and the outside of the arm. And then the sides. You can even drum or make beats on yourself. Inside leg. And so this wakes up your brain. This is especially good, Mr. Hannah, for students, right? This is great before a test because the nervous system is all over the body, and you can help them wake up their brains. So that actually helps us all concentrate better. So maybe, like I know Ariel's at work, right? So this would be a great way to take a break and wake up your body so that you can do whatever challenging task is in front of you. And then the next one is basically the same thing, but you're using a fist. And you want to exhale with the pressure. So wherever you hit yourself, not too hard, right? And let's start with the kidneys. So you find a way to reach your kidneys back there. And again, if this isn't available to you, you can do it in your mind and it actually works. So find a way to tap your kidneys. There's many traditions that say that you should do this 108 times every day. So, Ollie Pickus, we have the same last name. Are you my family? My long lost family? Molly, are you a long lost family member of mine? Because we have the same last name.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy. No, actually, I'm Liz. Molly is my daughter, and I just realized it's got her name up there. I guess she used my computer recently. But we may be long lost, and I hate to put my monitor on because my video on because I just had surgery yesterday, and I'm not really up for everybody seeing me. But we may be family members. Are you from Baltimore?
Let's connect after this.
That's crazy. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm glad to have you join us after your surgery.
Thank you.
So just for fun, we're going to go all the way back to the beginning, and for you, okay?
Thank you.
So we start with rubbing our hands together and make some energy, some positive energy. And we can gather that from the whole world and kind of tune in with each other and connect across beyond the interwebs here. And really feel your up, down, front, back, left, right. And if any of these movements aren't available to you for any reason, then you can do them in your mind. And they work surprisingly well. You make your own energy ball and breathe it bigger. And you can put that anywhere that you need it. Maybe you need it on your face. You can make another energy ball. You can put it on an organ or on a joint, perhaps your knee or your ankle. And so this practice of cultivating good energy, gathering it from the universe or the world, and then centering yourself and finding some good vibes within yourself and just putting it anywhere that you might need it. And then we have created these etheric fingers that are like long fingernails made of light, and you can clean out your body from anything that doesn't serve you. So it could be just the fact that we're all online and there's Wi-Fi everywhere, or it could be, you know, anything that we picked up from our environment. And we can just clean out our bodies using this visualization, this intention of having very long energy fingers that can go right through our bodies and clean out anything that's in there. And you can do that in kind of like a more formal way, like a qigong. You can go up and down at the same time, but it's really just whatever you feel. You can do just your arm. Point is, for all of these skills, all of these self-care strategies to become universal, right? To be in every home, every school. And then you can kind of rub a little bit more. So you're cleaning off in a much more tangible, physical way any energy that doesn't serve you. It's almost like an energy shower, right? Get off the stuff. And then you can put those together. So maybe you start to drum on your body and you stir up some stuff, and then you even use a fist. And then you're like, okay, that stirred up something. So now I'm gonna clean it off, right? Or I feel something in here. Okay, now I can imagine that my energy fingers are going through and I'm loosening up my, you know, whatever it may be. You don't have to know the anatomy, right? You just have to feel your own breath, your own body. So now we're going to make another energy ball, and we're just going to go through our entire body. And again, if you can't do the movements for any reason, that's fine. I used to lay in bed and do this next part in my mind before I got out of bed. For years, I would just do this part in my mind. So we're going to make an energy ball, and then we're going to swallow it up. And we're going to go through every joint in our entire body, and we're just going to lubricate the joint by rotating it. So swallow it up. Ready? Fast of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Make your energy ball. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then swallow it up. And let it go down to your toes. And if you want to balance on one leg, or if you want to just push your toe on the ground, just start to rotate your toes, right? And you want to challenge yourself with your balance. Whatever feels good to you, you can write your name, you can do circles, you can do figure eights. You can do figure eights at every angle of the clock, forwards and backwards. However it feels right to you, however much time you have or feels good. And if you want to continue to challenge yourself, you can stay on this one leg this whole time. Otherwise, you can switch back and forth. So let's move on to the ankle. So start to rotate your ankle. And figure eight, circle, write your name. Whatever feels right to you. Just rotate the ankle. And then the knee. Start to rotate the knee. You can try forward circles, backward circles, sideways circles, angled circles, figure eights. But you're getting inside of your knee joint and you're moving inside of the knee. And then the hip, really start to get inside of your hip joint and move your hip. Your hip is a ball and socket joint. So you want to actually, here's the hip socket, here's the ball. You want to move your hip inside of your hip joint in a figure eight or a ball. Write your name if you get real good. And if you've been going back and forth, try to get the other side. So starting with the other toes, and just really get into your toes, put your mind in your toes, your breath in your toes. And when you're ready, move on to your ankle. Find your ankle, right? Not anybody else's ankle. Try to make your ankle do something for anyone but you. This is for your unique. And again, you can just do this in your mind. If your body has any limitations, and get into your hip. Rotating inside of the hip joint. And then find yourself on 2 feet if you're on one. And I usually separate the spine into 7 sections, or we're just going to do 3 today. So start with your lower back and just start to move your lower back. So I'm doing it off the camera, but you can do figure 8s, you can do forward circles, sideways circles, you can do figure 8s this way. You can find your lower back, really isolate that low back and move your body. And this is a safe space where you can just do what feels good for you without anybody judging or thinking about anything besides just their own body and feeling good in your own body. And then tune into your middle back, and the same thing. I like to go for kind of like the heart and solar plexus for the middle back. You can go with forward circles or sideways circles for your back, and go with your breathing. You can do figure 8s with this part of the body needing the movement. And we'll come to our neck after. So then go into the fingers, fingers going forward and backwards, left and right. And then even you can try to rotate in ways that you wouldn't think that your fingers could rotate. Try to. And then when you're ready, get into your wrists. So your wrists can go up and down. Or they can go left and right. Out in circles, figure 8s, whatever feels right for your wrists. Really just get your mind into your wrists. If you're feeling it, you can go opposite directions. The kids like to do stuff like that. Trying to just whatever feels good for your wrists. And then play with open hand as much as you can, and then fists. And rotate the fist, and then play with opening and closing. So you're getting your fists loose. I'm just trying to make all this as accessible as possible and as available as possible. So then when you're ready, get into your elbows. So your elbows are very limited. Hi, Ren. Yes, hey, Kayla.
Hello.
Welcome. We're just doing some joint rotations. We can review all the skills at the end and put it all together. Wow, Kayla, look at you. And the shoulders are one of the most mobile joints that we have. So you can really play with the shoulders, get them going forward and then backwards. And they can go forwards and backwards at different times. Backwards. You can get them going up and then down. Where you can really get your arms and your wrists and everything into your shoulder movement. Right, you can go with big circles forwards and backwards. Your shoulders can get really free and nice. You can even have one, you can go opposite directions if you can figure that out. Everything that you can do with your shoulders. You can squeeze them in towards each other, like you're pinching something with your shoulder blades. You can push out, you're stretching your shoulders out. But there's a lot of potential movement in the shoulders that we can discover if we give ourselves the space and the time. So then let's do our necks. So start with up and down, real slow. I like to tell the kids up and down water sound. And then whenever you're ready, left and right, nice and slow. And then side to side. And then try some figure eights. I like to tell the kids to write their name with their nose in the stars. And try circles. And then that usually kind of disorients us a little bit. So when you're ready, come back to center and just stretch your eyes so you can get your equilibrium again. So looking up and down, just your eyes moving up and down, and then left and right. And I learned that actually you can reset your nervous system by looking in one direction. So if you just freeze and look very powerfully to the left with your eyes until you swallow or yawn, that's the sign that your vagus nerve has reset. So you can try that to the right side. And just look in one direction until you swallow or yawn. And that's your sign that you've come back to equilibrium. Try rotating your eyes in a similar way that you did. And then when you really want to get relaxed, enter wide angle vision. So hold your fingers in front of your nose and then look at both fingers as you separate and relax your eyes so that you can see all around you. And you can bring them way back by your ears and really test your peripheral vision so that you're not in predator mode, always looking at something to see if it's going to eat me or if I can eat it, but you're just with your environment, at peace with yourself and your environment. So we're going to do some breathing and visualization, but I think one more time, let's go all the way back. For Ren, welcome. We're gonna review everything, okay? And we can connect at the end.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm supervising thing from a car, so I'm just learning just by watching.
Okay. Yeah, we can do this in our minds if for whatever reason our body is not available because we might be driving or recovering in bed. So you can just do this in your mind and it's surprisingly effective. So rub your hands together, create some friction and heat, and then get your universe energy, your world energy, your collective energy, positive energy, and then center that and put it wherever you need it. It could be inside, it could be a surface level, it could be an organ, it could be a muscle, it could be a joint. You can even exhale some hot air onto your hands and then put that on anywhere that's cold. And it feels real good. And then you can brush your shoulders off because you're real cool. You can kind of clean off anything that doesn't serve you, right? And then you can imagine you have really long fingers, really long fingernails made of light, and they can clean you out. So you can kind of clean yourself out whenever you need to. And then you can give yourself a massage, so you can squeeze anywhere that's tense and just exhale with the pressure, right? And some different ways are in your hands. You can push with your own thumb into your hand. You can squeeze areas of your hand that are acupressure or pressure points or reflexology points in your foot. You can also find a place and rotate. So I'm moving my hand on my shoulder, or you can just find one spot and squeeze tight and then move your shoulder underneath of your hand. It's a different way. And you can also wake yourself up and stir up anything that you might not want in there by slapping your body. This wakes you up. These are all things that you don't have to be a qigong or reflexology or acupuncturist to understand that, you know, there's a point right here that if you push it, it really helps your lungs and it really helps your immune system. So you can follow your clavicle bone all the way to a point that's near your shoulder. This is called your lung 1 meridian point, and you'll feel that it'll open you up and it'll open up your breathing. And you know, this is our birthright as humans, to be able to heal ourselves, right? Because nobody can really heal us. We can only get into a state where we can heal. The doctor doesn't heal you, the doctor helps your body get into a state where your body can do what it naturally does, which is to heal. And you can also beat the body with fists, particularly the kidneys. You can use kind of a more active rotation to help slap your body with your own arms. And then we did a review of our whole bodies. We rotated all of our joints, lubricating the joints, so your feet, ankles, knees, hips, your spine, your fingers, wrists, fists, elbows, shoulders. Peace, Mr. Hannah. Your neck, your eyes. And then a couple other things that we can do before we go is shake it out. Just shake, stand on one leg and shake. Shaking is usually embarrassing, but I think that we should create a new normal, that it's okay to shake, because animals who get attacked in nature, that's how they recover, and then they restore themselves to the herd without bringing any of the trauma from the lion attack, right? They shake. So we should be able to shake stuff off and then rejoin our community without bringing any of that stuff. And then the last thing that I'll share before it's time to go is that the most relaxing breath pattern from everything I've learned is in the nose and out the mouth. So in yoga, we might learn that we don't exhale out of our mouth, and that is true. But when there's pressure in our system, we gotta let it go. So everybody try inhaling and maybe hold it. And then if you exhale longer than your inhale, that relaxes your nervous system. So you inhale, and then however long you want to hold it, that feels good for you. And then exhale slightly longer than your inhale. And that relaxes your nervous system. Try that a couple more times. Might even find your pulse, feeling your heart rate. So I hope that today you got at least one new thing, one new idea that you can use on the fly wherever you are, to help ground yourself, calm yourself, and put yourself, your whole body into a state where it can do what it naturally is designed to do, which is to heal. Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna come and kick us out, but anybody have anything to say? Feel free. Appreciate you all so much for joining. Blessings.
Thank you. That was really nice. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Gabe, I feel the healing.
Feeling it?
Feeling good. Yeah, my body's feeling good. Thank you.
Liz, I'm gonna put my email in the chat.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Will you, because we might be family, and everybody
Yeah.
else, I'm gonna put our organization's email in the chat actually, so you can
Cool.
reach out. And we're getting kids outside. We'll hopefully see you Saturday at the in-person event.
Good night. Discovery. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Anyone have anything to share or talk about? Is there anything, any questions or even wisdom to share about self-care or healing? Anyone wants to raise or talk about? All the answers are within us, I suppose, but okay, cool. I'm gonna end it out just in case they need to open up this room for the next thing. But
Thanks again.
please be in touch, everyone. Peace.